Okay, so we are on our next Airstreaming trip. We are heading off. We're going to be doing a couple things this trip, right?
Yes.
So we're going to start off at Sebago Lake State Park in Maine. And the reason we're going there is to what?
To stay a couple days and to visit the two-head lighthouse Lobster Shack.
Yeah, that's what a couple summers ago, we did a whole tour through New England. And we hit every lobster shack we could find. And this one actually was our favorite. So we're going to try and come back to this one and check it out. And then I think after that, we will head off to our Airstream rally, which has an interesting theme this year, I think, Sin, right?
It's a mashup between Oktoberfest and Wizard of Oz, and we don't know how that's going to work out.
Oh, look, there's Mighty Joe Campground.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Where we go for,
that's where we go for Jam Fest.
Jam Fest. So we're right in that area. We're right in the lakes regions of New Hampshire right now.
Not too far from Lake Winnipesaukee.
Yep. And so we're going to be doing this. And
after that, maybe go to Salisbury on Sunday. Who knows? We'll see.
I think we're going to leave it open. This is not like us at all, but I think there's a possibility of going to Salisbury Beach, which has always been one of our favorite campgrounds. Somebody has a birthday on Sunday, and then somebody else has a birthday on Wednesday. So we're maybe trying to find a good way to celebrate her birthday, see that it's a relative milestone in birthday land.
Yeah, I'm turning 30 again.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
Oh, where's this line?
Okay, so we've arrived at our campsite. We've set up, and supposedly within 30 minutes, you're supposed to do self-registration that you can see here. So, and they want you to pay cash. So we have like 20s, and it comes out to $98.10. And I'm not giving them $1.90. Oh, could this be a Ranger? No. So I'm not giving them any more than they want. So we cobbled together $90. We put together some change, which consisted of $6 in quarters and 10 cents. And you can see here I've got my money, and I'm supposed to come over here, and I'm supposed to pay it to this, what they call the Iron Ranger. And the stupid slot doesn't fit anything with quarters in it. Ugh! So that's a bust. Now I'm gonna have to wait for a Ranger or live nefariously and wait for them to come by and figure out I haven't paid and yell at me and have the envelope, which will look cheesy. So we'll see. This thing here, I'd beat the crap out of this Iron Ranger if I had a chance, but I'd probably hurt myself. So there's adventures in registering. All right, let's go ahead and take a tour of our campsite at Sebago State Park Campground. So it's Sebago Lake State Park. We are at site 153. You can see they're pretty big sites. They're really wooded. If you pan around here, you can see we're pretty close to the lake. Super close, as a matter of fact. But typical of state parks, it's a real big campsite, so you can come on in. You can see we have a fire pit here. We have a picnic table, which in the 17 years we've been Airstreaming, we've used a picnic table once, and it was to eat lobster on. Yeah, really nice big sites. We have a standard water and electric. So you can get the water, and you can see here our electric. Got my auto former hooked up. And looking here, you can see it's the standard 110 30 amp. Coming around back, you can see some of the other sites have those nice rock campfires. But overall, it's really kind of a nice campsite. I think it's pretty expensive for a state park. It's $44 a night, so that's, for me, that's pretty expensive. This is in September, so you can see there's a few other campers, but for the most part, things are pretty empty. All right, continuing our tour of Lake Sebago, Maine campground. You can see the lake for where it gets its name. There's a nice little walk path here. This lake is, so it's September 13th. And each morning I go for a swim here. You can kind of see there's an island. Nice little shoreline there. The water is pretty chilly, but it's not too bad. And they also here have a nice beach that you can kind of hang out a little bit on. So overall, it's a pretty nice campground. All right, see, where are we right now?
We're at the Lobster Shack at the two lighthouses. It's called the two lighthouses Lobster Shack or the Lobster Shack and two lighthouses. One of the two. And there's one lighthouse right there.
And it looks like,
We got some good wave action going.
yeah, it looks like basically the entire state of Maine has chosen to come here on a Thursday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
We don't know why.
Do you want anything?
In the summer, on the weekends, the line to the fish shack go all the way outside, and it just takes forever.
Here we can see the serving area. Somebody's picking up a postcard here for Gretchen. Check out these.
Can I get a postcard?
Yep. Just one?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, when we did our Lobster Shack tour a couple years ago, this place here was, we said, was the best of the best. So we're gonna try out, I ordered the Lobster Roll boat, which comes with french fries and coleslaw, pickle. But you can see, nicely toasted roll, lots of lobster, and they leave the mayonnaise on the side so you can kind of decide how much you want of it there.
That looks like lots of lobster. How is it?
Excellent.
Is the lobster cold or is it warm?
It's cold, and you can see they have some lettuce at the bottom there. So it gives it kind of a crunch with the mustard on top.
I
So-
think that's mayonnaise, right?
And that's mayonnaise on top, yeah, sorry. And we'll do some coleslaw, and we'll have a blueberry pie to finish.
I have a fish burger. So this is the little blueberry pie that we picked up. It was $5. You could get it with whipped cream if you want. It looks like a crumble on the top. Looks like a little round pie plate was used for the pie because it's got the standard pie crust on the bottom, and it looks like it's got some nice blueberry filling. So we're gonna give it a shot and see what we think. You can see the blueberries, and they're the little bitty blueberries. They're the Maine blueberries, not the big ones. What makes this good is it's not too sweet. You're getting the sweetness mostly from the crumble on the top, not so much from the blueberry filling. The pie crust is nice and crispy. I think this is a good pie.
So what was our assessment of the Lobster Shack at two lighthouses?
It was very good food if you order the lobster roll and the blueberry pie, but everything else was kind of just standard. But what was the standout was the view.
Right. And so one of the things Cindy's been doing is she's got a scrapbook that she's put together, and usually if we're at someplace interesting, she'll go ahead and get a sketch of it. So she is currently at the playground sitting on the swing, but she's going to be sketching something like that over there. We'll see how it turns out.
So Rich, what are you doing?
I am doing something called hammocking, which means you lie in a hammock.
Hammock time, hammock time.
You know it, reading a good book on my Kindle.
It's pretty fun.
Now that we had enjoyed the Maine coast and a couple days at Lake Sebago State Park, it was time to move on to our next airstreaming adventure. This one was a short 44 miles away at East Wakefield, New Hampshire, where we joined the New England Airstream Club in their Roochkins to Munchkins rally.